Hello, my name is Jack Bourne. I'm one of the co-founders of Survey Funnel. So let me show you what the options on the right hand side are for. We've already covered the options on the left hand side in another video. So what you can do is you can change the actual tab that's shown over here. Now by default, just to make it as easy as possible for you to get up and running, this is the default tab that we've set up. It seems to work for 9 out of 10 situations. Click here and it's going to open up the survey. But if you want to change it, then the way that you can do that is that first you create your image. I'm not going to cover how to create the image. We include Photoshop files with the plugin that you purchased, but you actually have to go and either use Photoshop or GIMP, or there's other types of tools to be able to create that tab. But let's assume that you have created it yourself, or you've gone to a site like Fiverr.com, which is a great place to get simple stuff done quickly and cheaply. So you've got the tab. It's about the same dimensions as this one over here. You certainly don't want it any thicker. And what you do is you would go and you would click browse, and this is exactly the same process that you would use for adding an image to a post or to a page. So you would either click to use the old-fashioned browser uploader, which works just fine, or depending on your WordPress, how up-to-date your WordPress install is, you can click drag and drop image files right here. And what happens is, as soon as you do that, you'll have the option just like, let me just show you. So let me go find an image. All right, so let me upload this image real quick. All right, so here we go. Uploaded that image. So let's say I want to use this one. All I have to do is click insert into post. And by the way, I want to choose full size, and I'll just choose insert into post. And that's done. So I'll just click on save the funnel. And when I do that, I'll hit refresh. And now it says take the quiz. It was just that simple. So you see it's the exact same process. You just upload the image, make sure you use full size, and click insert into post. That's the key, insert into post. All right, so for answer, you're not going to use the browse button. That's a button that we're going to remove. It may be removed by the time you watch this video, but just ignore it for now. The thing that you need to know about this row for the answer is that you have a drop down, and the number of spaces in the drop down, whether it goes 1 or 1 2 or 1 2 3, it can go as high as the number of questions that you've added here. So if you have 10 questions, naturally you're going to have 10 options here. What this does, it tells Survey Funnel, well, where do you want us to start? Where do you want the questions to start? So what happens is if you reorder these, so let's go ahead and drag this and reorder it. Okay, so now it's automatically going to change this to question 2. Now if you truly want it to start with question 1, you can of course choose question 1. And you don't have to reorder them like that. You can leave them in this order and just tell it to go to question number 2. Now you're going to have to adjust your logic inside of question 2 so that now that's going to have to go back to question 1. You just need to make sure that when someone starts clicking through the questions that it's going to lead them along the path that you want them to go. But where you start, where the first question that comes up is controlled by this row right here. All right, we're almost done. The last option is for the pages. So you can either choose one page by just clicking on it. That's the most common way to do it. Another common way to do it is to choose all pages, and so that really means all pages and posts. So anything that's controlled by WordPress that you might consider a web page is going to have the Survey Funnel tab, unless of course you have the cookie checked and they've already viewed the plugin one time. Now the other way that you can do it is that you can click once, hold down either the control or command key depending on what type of computer you have, and click again, and you can choose multiple pages. So you can choose one, you can choose all, or you can choose multiple. Now here's the other thing that you need to be a little bit careful of. There could be a conflict if you have multiple surveys and you've chosen several of them to open up on the same page. There can only be one survey that opens. It's going to be, I believe, the first one that was created, because the way that well, I don't need to go into how it works. It's the programming code behind it. It has to choose one, and so if you've got multiple different surveys that you've told to show up on a certain page, you just need to know that it's only going to show one. So keep that in mind. So that's it. Now you know what all the features do for Survey Funnel.